Okay, good morning, everyone. So, Elvina, can you tell what do you mean by absolute poverty?
Absolute poverty, it is the poverty as it
Yes, tell.
is the poverty as it is the inability to fulfill the basic requirements of life, and it is defined as the insufficient income to fulfill the minimum
Need.
necessities.
Okay. Aishwarya, can you tell what do you mean by relative poverty?
Relative poverty is a poverty in which we compare people
Hmm.
in comparison to people, places, or country and measure the
However,
poverty.
whether they are poor or not. Okay. Now, next, I started with the poverty line. How we, who was the first person who tried to calculate the poverty line or poverty that measurement? Who was that person? Aparna?
Dadabhai Naoroji.
Okay, Dadabhai Naoroji. Then, for which method he used actually for that calculation? There is one particular term. Aparna, can you tell?
Ma'am, jail
J
cost
cost
of
of
living.
living. Okay. Now, just 1 minute. Yes. Now, how these poor people are identified? That is what the question. I told that jail cost of living he used for calculation of poverty line. This was done when it was before independence. Okay. Now, what they did, what they used as a menu of a prisoner they used, and they calculated that 3/4 of the adult jail cost of living they calculated. I told you that children are considered as how much percentage? How many percentage of children are there actually? If you take the population, what percentage is taken? Or what calculation is taken, that was 1/3 of the population. Okay, then from that what we did, I told you this also, half of them and half of them we divided. So what is with the half of that first half, whether they consume anything or how much they consume? 1/6 they consume.
Half of
Grishma?
them
Okay. Grishma, let her tell. Because I don't see anyone is responding. That's why I'm calling out name. 1/6, how much they consume? Grishma,
Half of another,
it's not clear. Louder.
half of what another needs.
Femina, can you tell? Is it how much they consume? Zero.
They don't
Zero.
consume.
They don't consume anything. Then remaining 1/6, how much they consume? Hanna, can you tell how much they consume? Half. Half they are consuming. Then remaining, what is remaining out of this 1/3? Elvina, what is remaining? 2/3. So that means 2/3. How much they consume? Full. Right? Now, here 1/6, 0. So we are not taking that. Now another 1/6 we are taking half plus 1 is equal to how much? Someone told 1.5. Other than that, what will be the answer? Karthik, can you tell?
3/2.
It is 3 by,
2.
is it 3/2? No, half plus 1. How much it will be? Just 1 minute, okay? Who's calling? Is equal
I'm
to
3/2.
3 by,
2.
is it 3/2? Can anyone say? See, whenever you are adding, you have to make this equal, right? Yes or no? Fraction when you adds with something, what you have to do? So just calculate and see what is the answer for this. Someone please calculate fast. Not someone, all can sit and calculate.
By 3.
Huh?
2 by 3.
It is 2 by 3. That means what? 2 by 3 now. 2 by 3. 2 by 3 here, listen. Half is consumed by whom? Is it 2 by 3? Just calculate. Who else got 2 by 3? See, when you are making this equal, how much it will be? You are learning maths. Some of you will be learning maths, right? See how you are converting this 1 into fraction. When we are doing plus, this should be same, right? So how much it will be?
3 by 2.
How much it will be?
3 by 2.
Who's telling that?
Ma'am, 3 by 2.
Who told that? That's what I'm asking. I can't
Ancho.
see. Huh? Ancho. Okay, Karthik, is it correct?
No, I am getting 3 by 2.
Okay. Hadi Amin. Hadi Aman. Okay. After a long back, you are joining the class, right? Hadi?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Welcome. We were all, I was asking why he was not joining. I was asking Irfan, there was no result. I called also, right?
Oh, yeah, ma'am.
Then also you didn't come.
No, ma'am, network issues were there.
Some
last
issues
week.
were there. Is
Yeah,
it
ma'am.
Wi-Fi issue?
Yeah.
Okay. Now no problem, right? Everything is rectified.
Yes, ma'am. It's all
Okay,
right.
very good, very good. Okay. So here, the 3 by 4, see, listen, I don't know now how to make you to understand the fraction and all. 1 by 2 plus 1. How, who has taken, how many of you have taken maths in this? Maths, you have an option, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I should ask maths teacher because I don't know how to do this. So when you are calculating, you are getting 3 by 2?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, very good. Let me ask the maths teacher then how it is coming. Then I will get back to you. Okay. Now, listen. Okay. 3 by 4. What do you mean by 3 by 4 now? From 1, if you are thinking 3 by 4 out of 1, how much part it will come? Or out of 100, if you say 3 by 4, how much it will come? Out of 100 percentage, 3 by 4 is there. How much it will come? Out of 100, 3 by 4 part means what now? How much?
75.
75 percentage. Or we are taking 3 by 4. We are calculating 3 by 4 percentage of cost of living for the population of India. Why? You know that an adult person, one full cost we are taking, but at the same time when we are taking the children, we are not taking full cost. Why we are not taking the full cost for the children? What is the reason? What is the reason? Why are we not taking full cost for a child? What is the reason for that? See, for example, if 100 rupees are spent for a person in a month, that's an imagination, okay, 100 rupees, we are not, we are using more than that. If 100 rupees we are spending for a person, or that is the cost of living for that particular person, for the children, will this be 100 rupees? Yes or no? This is what? No reply from you people. Amal Raj. Amal Raj. 100 rupees if we spent for a person in a month. The same 100 rupees, do we need to spend for a child?
No, ma'am.
No. Then how much we are using? According to this 3 by 4, how much we will be using for the child? Or you think that only half, only 50 rupees we are spending? You just take it in that way, only 50 rupees we are spending for the children. So when we take the cost of living for everyone, we can't take this full 100. Okay, we have to see the children also, we have to include them also. So when we include the children, we can say, we have come to a conclusion that 3 by 4 of the cost of living of an adult person will be spent for everyone in a country. If it is 100 rupees, 75 rupees will be spent for everyone in a particular country as a cost of living. We are not taking this 100 because the children may spend, or they may need less money for their living. So because of that reason, this 100 we are not taking, we are taking 75 as the cost of living for per person. This is just an example. Like that, one full cost we are not taking for the cost of living, or for calculating the cost of living. We are taking 3 by 4 part how much we are spending as a cost of living for the people. Okay, so because we have children, they don't need much money compared to the adult person. So if adult person is spending 100 rupees, that same 100 rupees is not applicable for the children. It will be less for the children. So by thinking this, what Dadabhai Navroji have done, he has taken 3 by 4 cost of living for considering a person whether he is living below the poverty line or above the poverty line. For example, if 100 rupees, if it is, he came to a conclusion that 75 rupees, if the people are not earning, if they are below the 75 rupees, we can call them as poor people. If they are earning more than 75, that shows that they are rich people, or they are living above the poverty line. Okay, so 3/4 of the jail cost of living he has taken for calculating the poverty line. Now why we have taken this calculation of poverty line, or why we wanted to know about the poor people? That is why he has done this. Okay, now how the poor people are identified, what method he used? Anila, can you tell what method is used? What is the name of that particular method? What cost of living he has taken? Anila,
Yes, ma'am.
what cost of living he has taken to find out the poverty line, or whether the people are poor or not?
The
Jail cost of living. What he did? Jail, adult people are there, right? Whether he took a cost of an adult person, did he take that? The cost of living of an adult person, whether he took that or not? Anila? Huh?
3/4 of an adult.
I didn't get.
3/4 of an adult.
3/4 of the adult person's cost of living is considered for what? For making the poverty line or to identify the poverty line. Those whoever is not earning that much amount of money, for example, I am telling, out of 100 rupees, during those days, you know that the value of money was very high. You can buy so many things with rupees 100. So if the 100 rupees is the jail cost of living, is jail cost, if it is like that, what he did, he has taken 75 rupees as the, or consider, he took 75 rupees to consider the poverty line. Why he considered 75 rupees? Is there any reason, Tomlin? Why he has brought this 100 into 75 rupees? What is the reason? Yes? Why did he reduce this? Why he is not taking full cost of living of an adult? What is the reason?
All the people cannot earn that much.
Tomlin, I want him to answer. Yes, Tomlin?
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
You don't know why so many now, I think might have started. Class started for 10 minutes. I'm talking that only. Femina? Ashish, Sharat, Hadi Aman, Irfan, Hanna, all can switch on your video fast. Anjo, can you tell why we are not taking that 100 rupees as a jail cost of, full jail cost of living? Why we are not taking that? Why it is reduced to 75%, 75 rupees? What is the reason for that? Anjo, one person's cost of living means what? I want you to tell now. One person's cost of living means what? Anjo, can you tell? Anjo, cost of living means what? One person's. Anjo, do you know? If you don't know, please tell. Anjo is not there or what? He's there. Sharath, can you tell?
The cost that is required for them to live.
What is it?
The money that is required for them to live.
Okay, the money that is required for the people to live. That is what cost of living. How much we are spending for our expenditure. That is what you mean by cost of living. Now, the cost of living during those days, imagine that it is 100 rupees for a per person. But Dadabhai Navroji, what he did, he took, that is this much minimum income should be there to satisfy the minimum needs of the people. But he took only 75 rupees. What is the reason for that? Sharath, can you tell? Why he took 75 rupees instead of 100 rupees?
I don't know, ma'am.
You don't know. Very good. Aishwarya?
In a country, not only
In a country, not only
adults but children are also there.
not only adults are there are children also. So when the children are there, you cannot take the children needs equal to adult needs. Okay, adult needs are more than the children. So children need less money for spending. That is why he reduced this to 75 rupees. This to 75 rupees, this is an example which I told, okay. That is why it is taken 3/4 of the spending what is required for a jail, for an adult person in the jail. That much is required to, that much is kept for considering the poor people. If you are living by the 3/4 of the cost, if you are living below that, we can say that those people are poor. If you are above that, for example, here I told you 75 rupees. If the people are not earning 75 rupees per month, then that shows that people are living below the poverty line. If they are earning more than 75, it shows that they are living above the poverty line. So this is what you mean by jail cost of living. Once more, let me ask ma'am how it is to be done. I will tell you later. Okay. Now, next one is about regarding the poverty line or regarding to study about the poverty, there were many task force, in the sense many committees were appointed to study about the poverty. This is what you can see if in 1962, if you see planning commission. Now listen, this is not there in the textbook. Please check whether planning commission is also known as Niti Aayog. Okay, now we call planning commission as Niti Aayog. In few textbooks it is not given, only the new textbook it is shown that Niti Aayog. So you have to learn that new term whatever we are using for planning commission. Okay, so now we call planning commission as Niti Aayog. What they did, they formed a study group. For what purpose they are forming a study group? They wanted to study about the poverty in our country, how much poverty we have, which all people are there in the or how can we identify the poor people, who all come in the category of poor people. For that purpose they have formed a committee. That is one thing. Another, in 1979, you can see another body was formed to study about the poverty, that is Task Force on Projections or Minimum Needs and Effective Consumption Demand. This is mainly to study about the minimum needs and how much the people demand, how much money they spend in the market to get the things. That is what the second one. In 1989 and 2005, expert groups were formed for the same thing, same purpose, in the sense to study about the poor people, to study about poverty, how much money we require to live a minimum standard of living, or whether how many people, how much percentage of people are coming below the poverty line, whether the percentage of poverty is increased or not, or decreased or not. To study about this, they have formed various committees here. That is what it is shown here. Okay. Now, on the basis of that, again, you can see the poor people or the rich people. We are dividing the people into different categories. One is poor and one is poor and the other one is non-poor. Now, in the poor itself, you can see different categories are there, and poverty line separates the two. Poverty line separates the two in the sense there is a minimum income they have kept. If you are not earning that particular income, you are living below the poverty line. Or if you are earning more than that, you are living above the poverty line. So two categories of people, which are they, Sneha? Which are the two categories of people?
Poor and non-poor.
Poor and non-poor. Now, when we take poor, you can see there itself some classification: absolutely poor, very poor, and poor. I'll tell you about this later. Now, when you take non-poor, middle class is there, upper middle class is there, rich, very rich, and absolutely rich. Okay, so these are the categories you can see under non-poor. You just you can mention these things. In poor category, the absolute poor, the very poor, and the poor. And in the non-poor category, the middle class, the upper middle class, the rich, very rich, and absolutely rich. Ashish. Who all comes in the category of poor? It's not audible. Louder. No. Irfan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Poor classification. Classification of poor people, who all are there in that? Which category?
Absolutely pure poor,
Hmm.
very poor,
Hmm.
poor.
Okay, Elvina, can you tell about non-poor?
The middle class, upper class, and the rich and the absolutely rich.
Okay. Now, Next is about this graph they have given in your textbook also. You can see that categories of poor people. The first two, this is a poverty line which they are showing. They have kept a minimum income for that. Now in this, the people, those who are living, those who are their poor people, you can see they are living below the poverty line. Their income sometimes is this much, sometimes is this much, sometimes is this much, or sometimes it goes very low. Like that, you can see their income is very poor. They are not able to satisfy even their minimum needs. Okay. Now next comes usually poor. Usually poor in the sense sometimes here you can see in this particular time that person is above the poverty line. So sometimes there is a chance that they may earn some amount of money which is above the poverty line. So these two are poor people and we consider them as chronic poor. They will be always in the category of chronic poor here. Okay. So first category, if you see, you just see that what is their situation. Poverty line is shown. Below that, always poor people means they are always below the poverty line. Usually poor, maybe once or twice they are able to earn little income more or above the poverty line. That is what you mean by usually poor. And these two together we call it as chronic poor. Chronic poor in the sense they are very poor people. Okay. Next one you can see, that is churning poor and occasionally poor. Churning poor, what do you understood by this churning poor? Karthik, can you tell? What does it show? This graph shows what? Churning
Ma'am,
poor. Yeah.
they fluctuate from
Yeah,
above the power
sometimes
line,
they are
below
up,
the power
sometimes they
line.
are down, sometimes they are up, down, like that it is. So they come and go out of this poverty line frequently. The situation is like that. So those kind of people, we call them as churning poor. Now, occasionally poor, how it is? Sharath, by seeing the graph, what you understood? Occasionally poor.
Sometimes they're most times they're
Yeah, most of the time they are above the poverty line, maybe because of some bad luck or because of something happened in their business or some or the other problem. Once or twice they go below the poverty line. Those kind of people, we call them as occasionally poor. So these two together, we call them as transient poor. Okay. So churning poor, you can see they are coming and going out and in again, always in the poverty line. Sometimes above the poverty line, sometimes below the poverty line. Occasionally poor in the sense, maybe because of some bad luck or something happened in their business, sometimes or once or twice they may be below the poverty line, but those people also we consider them as transient poor. Okay. Next one, never poor. You can see where their income stands. Sneha, what do you feel by seeing that graph?
They are very rich.
They are very rich. And what about their situation? Like they are related to the money.
I think they can survive.
Yes, they are rich. They can satisfy all their needs. Is there any point of time that they are below the poverty line?
No, ma'am.
Never. They are not below the poverty line. That's why we call them as never poor, or they come under non-poor category. Okay. So this you can just that now occasionally poor nowadays, because of this pandemic, what happens to the business of the people? Yeah. Can we consider? You think of what do you say? Small shops. Okay. Can we consider those people in which category? Which category they will come? Small shops you think of. They are not below the poverty line. But now as the situation now, Which category?
Occasionally poor.
Very good. Occasionally poor, because you know that they may be closing down the shops and all for many days. So they are not able to earn much money. So those shops you can see, they will come under the category of occasionally poor. Sometimes you can see they will be small dabas are there. They are not able to run during these time, during this pandemic days and all. Because of that reason, they will come in the category of occasionally poor here. So these are the different types of poor people that we see on, or that we see in our country. Amal, can you just mention what are the different kinds of poor people what we see in our country? Mainly 3 categories. Below that, some more categories are there. Which are they? Yes, first.
Chronic poor,
What is that?
transient,
Okay.
chronic
Chronic poor. It is chronic poor, transient poor, and
non-poor,
okay. Elvina, who comes in chronic poor category?
The always poor or the usually poor.
In the sense, always, sometimes the people are poor, usually they are poor. Can you tell one example? Who it can be? Which kind of people? Always poor or chronically poor? Those people.
They are not able to
Satisfied. They are not earning much income. Can you think of some example? That's what I'm asking. Chronic poor category people. Aparna, can you think of?
Beggars.
Ma'am, street cobblers.
Street cobblers, maybe. Otherwise, little more, if you go, street cobblers, maybe sometimes they are always poor, usually poor. Street cobblers, we can say maybe usually poor, in that once or twice they may be able to earn income. Always poor, which category it will come? You saw some pictures before, right, under absolute poverty.
People on the roadside and beggars.
Roadside vendors it can be, or beggars it can be, or rag pickers were there. Those people also come under this category. Okay. Churning poor, occasionally poor. Churning poor in the sense, which category of people? Or transient poor. Give it like that. Which category of people comes under transient poor?
Small farmers.
Small farmers or marginal farmers, they come under the category of transient poor. I need not say about the non-poor, especially those who are doing a good business, or those who are a very good salaried people. They all come in the category of non-poor here. Okay. Now, next one. We are talking about poverty line. I want you to write it down. What do you mean by poverty line? They have shown symbolically here one line. So this person's face, if you see, that person is very sad. Why is he sad? Because he is not able to satisfy even his basic needs. Because of that reason, that person is sad. The other one, he is sad because he is able to satisfy, he is happy because he is able to satisfy his at least the minimum needs, or he is in the category of rich people. So the minimum income required for a person to satisfy his basic necessities of life is termed as poverty line. And it is mainly to identify the poor people, in the sense who are all living below the poverty line, who are above the poverty line. Who are above the poverty line. Now, how are we estimating the poverty line? I told that minimum needs of our life are calculated, or whether it is if we can satisfy the minimum needs. On the basis of that, we are calculating the poverty line. The first thing what we have taken here, minimum food requirement is taken. How much a person require, how much food he needs to satisfy his food needs, that is taken, and that is converted into equivalent money value. How can we take that the minimum food required, minimum food requirement? How can we take that, Aishwarya?
The calories consumed by an average person.
Okay, calories consumed by an average by a person, that we will be taking. So for that calorie, how much, what all food we need, that will be taken. That will be converted into money, and that money is taken as a minimum requirement. The same way, how much money is required for shelter, how much money is required for clothing, that also will be taken. We total that and we get the poverty line. Okay, so first what we are doing, minimum food requirement, that will be converted into money value. Then how much money is required for shelter and clothing, that will be calculator. The total will be used for calculation of poverty line. Now, if any person is below the poverty line, he is considered as BPL, or you might have heard those, some people are having BPL ration card, you might have heard. Okay, so those people who are not having some amount of required money to satisfy the minimum needs, they are considered as poor, or they live below the poverty line. Now we are taking this calculation mainly by seeing the monthly expenditure. How are we finding the BPL families? Which criteria are we using? Sneha? Which criteria we are using to identify the BPL families?
Monthly per capita expenditure.
What do you mean by that, monthly per capita expenditure? Monthly per capita expenditure. What is that?
How much they spend monthly?
Monthly per capita means
Income.
per person, for per person, how much they spend for one person, that is taken as to identify the BPL families. Now, minimum calorie intake, it is estimated at 2,400 calories at the rural area. So you see how much calorie we are using for people to identify the poor category. How much calorie we are using here? What is the amount of calorie? Yes. Irfan, Ashish, on your video first. Tomlin, what is the amount of calorie we are using for a rural person?
Ma'am, 2,400.
What do you mean by that 2,400 calorie?
Ma'am, it is the minimum
It is a minimum
required by one person
calorie required for a person
in rural.
in a particular month. Okay, or in a particular day, how it is?
Ma'am, day.
Okay. Now, how much it is required for an urban person?
2,100.
2,100. Now, don't you feel that why it is kept 2,400 for rural area, 2,100 for urban area? What is the reason for that? Sharath, can you tell?
People in the rural area do more physical work.
Yes, very good, very good. People in the rural area, they do more physical work. Because of that reason, more calories are required. So more calories are kept for the rural area and less calories are kept for the urban area. Okay. Now we are converting that calories into money. Converting calories into money in the sense, how can we convert that calories? Anila? How can we convert this calories into money? Yes. Anila, How can we convert this calories into money? Hadi, can you tell? Hadi Aman? Hadi? Irfan, are you there? So by seeing this, I feel that you people are not sitting there, right?
Ma'am.
Okay. Irfan,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
can we convert this 2400 calorie into money? What we can do? Calories from where we are getting?
Food.
From food. Okay. So how can we convert this calories into money?
By selling food.
By selling food, in the sense 2400 calories we need. So what all food we require for getting 2400 calorie, we take that amount of food, we take the value of that food, then coming to a conclusion that okay, this much money is required for getting or having this 2400 calorie. That money is taken as the poverty line. Here, the poverty line, when it comes to the money, you can see here 816 rupees per person for in a month. Okay, that much will be needed for a person living in rural area. At the same time, if you take in the urban area, that is 100,000. Okay. Now, why it is very less in rural area? Why it is more in urban area? What is the reason? What is the reason, Aishwarya?
The cost of living in our areas is more
Yes,
than
cost of living in the urban area, it is more, even though the food requirement, you can see that the calorie requirement is more for rural area, but even then less money is required to live in rural area because of low cost of living. Okay, so these are the two things you can see associated with the poverty line. How much calorie is required for a person to live in rural area, Ashish? How much calorie is required for a person to live in rural area? Yes. Huh? 2400. How much calorie is required to live in the urban area, Anila?
2100.
2100. How much income is required to live in rural area, Femina? How much income, Femina, is required to live in rural area?
Ma'am, 1000.
Is it rural area or urban area? Rural area 816. Urban area 1000. Why it is more in urban area? Because cost of living is more in urban area. Okay. Now let me take the attendance. Aditya? Anila? Anila? Present. Anjo?
Present, ma'am.
Aparna?
present, ma'am.
Atulya? Sorry, Atul. Sorry. Basil? Absent. Femina, present. Hanna, present. Karthik, present. Irfan, present. Pavitra, present. She was there. Just check whether she's there. Sharat. Shubham is absent, right? Hadi?
Present, ma'am.
Oh, thank God. You respond. Tomlin?
Present, ma'am.
Hadi, are you... 1 minute.